Welcome back to the Suburban Ford 7 Sports Game. Moved over to the bar set, where we'll be enjoying some Jetsies in a minute. We'll get to that next segment, but let's get to your tweets out there in the Twitterverse, courtesy of our wonderful, wonderful iPad here. So let's go over, see what the people are saying here. We got Warrant683 with, this loss is on Caldwell. Unprepared and undisciplined. Play falls on the head coach. No idea why Quinn is retaining him. Guys, we'll start there before we get to another one. How much do you think that giving Caldwell the "you're back" before the game, was that just a quiet?
It was. They said, there was distractions and things like that. Just because us boobs on talk radio want to get rid of him or that type of stuff, that's not it. And a few guys asking questions about his future at press conferences, that's not a distraction. I don't think it was necessary. Although, if they knew he was coming back regardless, maybe they thought in the back of their minds, well, if we get killed and then we announce he's coming back, people will revolt. So maybe they were trying to strike before the iron's hot. I don't think it made any difference as far as yesterday's game.
Exactly. I don't think Jim Caldwell said, I'm coming back next year so I can just coast through this game. I don't think the players said that either. Right. So if he was coming back anyways, then it makes zero difference. And I'll tell you what, did Jim Caldwell have to tell Anquan Bolden and Haloti Ngata not to get stupid penalties? Did Jim Caldwell have to tell Golden Tate and Eric Ebron to catch the ball? Nothing that Jim Caldwell did. I realize there are a couple play calls here and there, and maybe some defensive stuff that they could have been more prepared for. Right. But I don't put that I don't put the preparation squarely on his at his feet, because what were the problems yesterday? They dropped the ball and they committed dumb penalties.
And they couldn't stop the run.
Week 8. It's the freaking playoffs, for crying out loud.
If the coordinators are going to get the credit when things go well, then they got to get the blame when things go poorly. And both coordinators did not do a good job yesterday.
Yeah, it should
not
be
Jim Schwartz.
There's a couple more tweets I want to get to as we take back a look at the iPad here. Eric Ebron must go. He has hands like Brandon Pettigrew. They both couldn't catch a cold in this weather. And another one that I thought, does Caldwell's job get re-examined after such a bad loss? And I think that's where I'm at with it, is Bob Quinn still under, and I know this is the narrative that you hear from the media, is he under the puppeteer of the
Martha Ford?
And
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but we're talking about the coordinators not getting it done, offensive and defensive. Terrell Austin getting a job, a head coaching job, which may happen in the next few weeks.
Certainly his resume from yesterday is not going to help.
Why not?
Sure.
Why not take a look at what else is out there if that's where you think you can get better from?
There's two schools of thought here. First of all, two of the hot names out there are the Patriots assistant coaches, Josh McDaniel and Matt Patricia. If there's anybody that knows them, it's Bob Quinn.
I know, right?
So maybe he's not so keen on them, and that's partly why he's bringing Caldwell back. Now, the one thing he did say that I do agree with in his little interview with NFL Radio, gee, what a surprise, he talked to the national media, not us. But he did say that the young players have played and developed under Jim Caldwell, and that is true. The draft choices, the young guys, they, for the most part, they have gotten better. And maybe he just wants to give it one more year to see.
I will say one thing.
But here's the reason why I don't think it was smart to bring him back, or why I don't think, unless something crazy happens, you bring him back in 2018.
Yeah.
You have to sit there and say, all right, is Jim Caldwell, if I'm Bob Quinn, is Jim Caldwell the guy that I believe can lead this team, this franchise, to the Super Bowl, to the next level?
Right.
And if that answer is no, then why are you keeping him for another year?
I agree with that completely. The one thing I will say is Jim Caldwell does have a grasp of those guys, and they do like to play for him.
Jim Caldwell is a fine man. I like Jim Caldwell personally. I just think his game coaching is...
Coaching is a little bit...
I think the game management stuff gets blown out of proportion.
We got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this obviously heated discussion. So we'll be right back on the Suburban Ford 7 Sports Tape. Stay with us.